Hi everyone, my name's Rebecca. I'm a barrister at Field Court Chambers, and today we're going to be talking about non-molestation orders. Now, as I'm sure you're all aware, these come up quite frequently in our courts. They come up in a variety of contexts, in domestic relationships, ranging from family members, partners, ex-partners, etc. It's an area that's become under increasing scrutiny lately. The reason for that is that they essentially have swamped the court in some cases. They've been extremely lengthy. They interact with different family cases, such as children cases. And given their nature being injunctive, there are some very strict rules around how they're meant to be made. I'm going to say at the start that I know some of you will be in areas where the DAPO pilot is occurring. It is hoped that that will eventually live alongside or start to take over non-molestation orders. I'm not going to focus on that today because they're now, or they're currently not nationwide. However, if you are interested, please do go online and have a bit of a read about them. There are some differences between those and non-molestation orders, but a lot of the rules of good practice on how to present injunctive applications in cases of domestic abuse and similar cases apply across the board. And given that we did have some recent guidance that I'm going to go into only several months ago, I would think that it's going to be a long time before we're seeing a demise of non-molestation orders. You will, of course, also be aware that non-molestation orders can be crucial with things such as legal aid applications, etc. Again, I'm not going to go into that today, but the focus on what I'm going to talk about is really how these applications are made and how they're being brought before the courts, particularly given the recent reforms in this area. The real difficulty with this is that a lot of people are dealing with a lot of applications. A lot can be urgent, and people are under a lot of pressure. So I'm hoping that by following and by understanding some of the simple requirements of the court, some of the simple rules, that it will give everyone just a little bit more understanding and a bit of help as to what the court is really looking for, so resources can be put in the right place. I'm thankful to some of my colleagues who've helped me out, particularly on common pitfalls that they see with these sorts of applications and how to avoid them. So, as I said, we are dealing with, these are going to be the three things we're sort of going to be talking about today: the making of the application and the defence of the application, and then just things to look at and try and avoid when representing clients in these sorts of cases. So in terms of making a non-molestation application, the president of the Family Division brought out some guidance in January of this year. It's quite extensive, and I do advise that you have a read of it in any of your spare time, if you have any, because it covers a lot of issues.